This is obviously big news. This is one news that's really gotten headlines all over the world in the past week. We already know the efficacy, and this is being validated by scientific journals worldwide. But tell us, what is different about how this vaccine works?
Well, I think what's very unique about Sputnik is that from day one, we thought about being really the vaccine for mankind. So not only is it very effective, not only is it very safe because it's based on a common flu virus, and really technology has been proven over decades, but it also can be stored in a refrigerator, doesn't need minus 70 degrees centigrade as some other vaccines, and also costs 1/2 to 1/3 of some of the US vaccines. So the unique feature about Sputnik is that on all parameters, efficacy, safety, storage, and price, it really, in a combination, we believe is one of the best vaccines in the world. And we are very excited to be partner with Philippines and be able to deliver to Philippines at some point. And already, as you know, 22 countries approved Sputnik V for use in their countries.
Okay, now when you say a refrigerator, so obviously this does not involve minus 70-degree centigrade cold chain facilities. But when you say refrigerator, do you literally mean my freezer at home actually has the capacity to store this?
Yes. So it can be stored at +2, +8. And then you also asked about another unique feature. We are the only vaccine in the world that uses 2 different components for 2 different shots. And what is unique about that is that we generate, because of this approach, we believe higher immunity that lasts longer. And it also is very good in fighting mutations. So that is a second unique feature of Sputnik V. But then again, we believe that the Philippines is doing everything right in having a portfolio of different vaccines. Philippines should not rely just on 1 or 2 vaccines. It's very important that you have a portfolio of 3 or 4 different vaccines to really work with several manufacturers.
How do you assuage fears of Filipinos who, in a survey, seem to have indicated that they're more confident with vaccines from the US and Europe, but they're very hesitant about vaccines from China and Russia? What would you say to them?
Well, I think, first of all, it's important to look at technology. And our vaccine is based on human adenoviral virus that is basically a common flu virus. Whereas US vaccines are based on a very new technology called mRNA, which may be great, but there have been no long-term studies of its safety and efficacy. And if people really trust the US, they will like this fact that human adenoviral vaccines every US soldier received from 1971. So it is so safe that every soldier gets a US vaccine, human adenovirus-based from 1971, and that's the basis of our technology. So there is no question whatsoever that the human adenoviral technology that we use is one of the safest technologies, definitely studied for decades over chimpanzee adenovirus or mRNA, which are newer technologies. But I think the question should be not choose this or choose this, choose this. The question is, Philippines deserves to have a portfolio of different vaccines. Sputnik should be one of those vaccines because it's one of the best vaccines. And then people can decide individually, but I think it's important that people have a choice. And I'm sure that many people would choose human adenoviral vaccine versus less proven and newer technologies.